Okay, so let's start with the topics. For the first class, we have the topics for today: functionalities of a computer, advantages and disadvantages of a computer. Okay, so for computer application, so the first thing is, what is a computer? So basically, computer is an electronic data processing device. Okay, as you can see, it is written here. It is an electronic data processing device which accepts and stores data input, process the data input and generates the output in a required format. Okay, so as the definition implies, it will take the input data, it will store the data and process the data to give a particular to give the output in a particular format. Okay, so for example, I'm trying to type a document, then the output should be a text or the output should be in PDF format. When I'm trying to type something, the output cannot be in video format. Okay, so that's the multimedia format. Now, as the definition implies, it generates the output in a required format. So computer will always give the output as the format the user wants the output to be. Okay, so if the user wants the output as a sound, for example music, it will give the output, it will process the data and give the output as a music. Okay, now functionalities of a computer. So computer basically does every work in these 5 steps. The first step is, it takes data as input, then it stores the data in the memory, and in the from the memory it can use the data whenever it is necessary. Then third step is, process the data and converts it into useful information. Now computer is having the data in different format. For example, computer may have the data as a text, as a video, as a audio, everything. Okay, but when computer process the data, it always converts the data into machine language, because computer cannot understand our own language. So when I'm trying to tell something, computer don't understand that language. My language is first converted into computer's own language, and computer's own language is binary language. Okay, so process the data and converts it into useful information. So it will be, the data will be only information when it is useful. For example, suppose when I'm trying to process a music. Okay, so okay, so for example, hello, আচ্ছা কে জয়েন করলো? স্বর্ণালী না?
জি ম্যাম।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, I've already started the class. Okay, so
সরি ম্যাম।
okay, it's fine. Okay, so let me continue. এরপর আমি ইন্ট্রোডাকশন নিচ্ছি, ঠিক আছে?
জি।
Okay. Okay, so I was talking about the processing of a computer. Now first thing is, it will take it will take the data first. Okay, and data has no meaning. First it is taking data. Now for example, if I'm talking about a music processing, okay, so suppose A.R. Rahman is doing some music. Now what he does, he first records the music. Okay, so here the data is the recording. Okay, now in case of recording the data, he may have many things, like there will be background noise, and there will be the instrumental sound, there will be the recordings of the voice. Okay, so here might be a lot of things there. So suppose there are noise, then there might be the voice and the instrumental. Okay, but the thing is that when he is recording everything here, everything comes as data, but not everything is information. Information is only the data, only the parts of the data which is useful or which has some meaning. Now when I'm talking about the data, so see here, noise, it is not an information for me. When A.R. Rahman is trying to do the music, he is trying to make a song, the noise is not necessary at all. So while processing the music, the noise will be deleted. The voice is important here, the instrumental is important here. So after data, so data is getting converted into machine language. Now people understand noise, people understand the voice, people understand the recordings and every elements of the recording, but computer doesn't understand it. So when the data is getting into the computer as input, the data will be first converted into machine language or computer's own language. Now here will occur the translation first. Now after converting the data, it will be as binary, because computer only understand the binary form. Now what is binary? Binary means, from the word binary, you can say it is something that is bi means two, right? Two things. So the binary format is basically, there will be only two elements. One is 1 and another is 0. Okay, in case of binary, there will be only two digits, either 0 or 1. So in general sense, okay, so either 1 or 0. Now in general sense, everything or every number, you can say from 1 to 1000 or million numbers, every numbers will be converted as binary. Now every text you are typing for A, B, C, D, everything, there will be a binary code given. For every kind of sound, there will be binary code given. So any data the computer takes input from the environment will be converted to binary first. Okay, so every kind of data, either it's text, either it's sound, or it's multimedia, video, image, anything. Okay, so computer's own language is binary. It will convert the entire input data into binary format, then it will delete the unnecessary things. Only the necessary portions will be considered as information. Okay, so this is how computer process the data. Okay, so this was our third step here. Process the data and convert it into useful information. Now, as you have seen the example I have given, when A.R. Rahman is trying to make a music, he is recording the entire thing, and that entire thing will be considered as data, but it will delete the unnecessary informations or unnecessary data. So only the useful information will be processed, and those useful informations, okay, so those useful data will be called only information, not the entire data is information. And the next thing is, it will generate the output. Okay, so it will give the output as an expected format. the format where the user wants. If the user wants it to be a music, it will form a music. If the user wants it to be a music video, then the computer will go through a processing where the output will be a video. Now fifth step is control all the above four steps. Now there is control. Okay, so there will be a control unit which will control all these four steps. Okay, all these four steps, because if you cannot control the steps in a synchronized way or in a good way, then computer will be mad, or computer will be crazy. Okay, it will be taking input, processing and output, and it will know, because computer is a stupid machine. It doesn't have any feelings, it cannot work by itself, it doesn't have any brain. Okay, however user controls it, the computer works accordingly. Okay, so the three major steps for a computer to process any data or information is: it will take input, it will process the data, and it will give the output. Okay, so this was all about the functionalities of a computer. So if the question comes as write about the functionalities of a computer, or write about the workings of a computer, or how a computer works, all these questions have this similar answer. Okay, it will go through these 5 steps, or in a basic way it has these 3 processing steps: input, process and output. Okay. Okay, so we are done till the functionalities of a computer. Next thing we have the advantages of computer. Okay, so the first advantage is high speed. Is definitely a very fast device. Okay, it processes the data, large amount data in a very small period of time. Okay, and the third point is written, it has unit of speeds in microsecond, nanoseconds and even the picosecond. Okay, so when we are processing anything, we talk about seconds. Like for human beings, we talk about seconds, we talk about hours, we talk about minutes. But when we are talking about the speeds, any speeds in computer, we are talking about microsecond, nanosecond, how much work it does, or how much calculations it does, or how much processing it does in microsecond or nanoseconds. Okay, it can perform millions of calculations in few seconds, as compared to man, who will spend many months to perform the same task. Okay, then second thing is accuracy. Now it gives you always the accurate result. Now when you are trying to do a critical math, you may have some wrong answer anytime, but computer will never be wrong. It will always give 100% accuracy. Next thing we have storage capacity. So third thing is storage capacity, means you can keep data, large amount of data you can keep as a storage in the memory of computer. Now for human beings, even after for human beings, so example, the subjects or the books you read in previous semester, you have given the exam and you already forgot it. Okay, I can guarantee you don't even remember 50% of the things that you read in previous semester. Okay, but computer never forgets anything. It keeps every data or information. Now it can store data type as image, video, text and audio. Now next thing is diligence. So diligence is basically, for example, for human being, or not for human only, for any other living being, people get tired or people get bored for doing the same task again and again. Even for students, like for not for students, if I can give you the best example for now, is that people are getting bored or staying home for a long time due to corona. Okay, now you are getting bored, you are doing the same task every day, you are not going out anywhere, there is no adventure in life or anything. People gets bored, but computer never gets bored or tired. Okay, it will always do the task. It is just at the service for the master. Okay, so this is called actually diligence, the quality that for which boredom never happens. Now next thing is versatility. So versatility means how flexible it is. Okay, so you can do any task sitting from anywhere. Now if I'm having the laptop, now I can just see the same work. I can take a class from an island, or I can take a class if I'm in a top of the hill or wherever I am. Okay, it doesn't matter. So computer is a very versatile device. Okay, now next thing is reliability. Okay, so it is reliable. Reliable means it lives long. Okay, computer doesn't get spoiled easily. Okay, it gets spoiled only if the hardware crashes somewhere. Okay, so suppose you are just you're just torturing your computer with hammer, it will definitely get spoiled. Okay, but in general sense it doesn't get spoiled easily. Next thing is automation. It is an automatic machine and ability to perform given tasks automatically. Okay, so it stores. Computer has its own algorithm, computer has its own rhythm and sequence of work. So you just command it to do something, it will keep doing it automatically. You don't need to monitor every second how computer is doing it, or if it is doing it right or not wrong, or in the right sequence or the other sequence. You don't need to monitor the computer every few seconds. It does the work automatically. You just give the command, everything is inside it. Okay, and the last point, we have the reduction in paperwork and cost. It is definitely practical. You don't need to do a lot of paperwork right now for having the computer. So for example, I don't even have my class lectures as printed form, or I don't have any book. Okay, I don't need this tons of books. All I have in my device, and I can just take classes wherever it is necessary. Okay, so apart from all these advantages, there are few disadvantages of computer. First one is there is no IQ. As I said earlier, computer doesn't have any brain. It is a brainless device. It cannot do any task by itself until the user commands it. So computer is like a genie of the Aladdin. You command it something, then it does some work. If you don't command it, or if you don't ask him to do, it will never ever ask you that how are you my master. Okay, it will never ever do that. Now dependency. So this is actually, it carries the same thing. Actually it is dependent on humans command. Okay, and environment. Okay, now environment, as I said earlier, it is very versatile or flexible. I can do the same task sitting on the hill, top of the hill, or sitting in the middle of a lonely island, or just at my home. But the environment must be dust free or suitable for the computer. Okay, I cannot just wash my computer. Okay, like the Gopi Bahu does. Okay, she just washed her computer. She washed her computer with Surf Excel or something. You cannot do that. Okay, computer has its favorable environment. The environment must be dust free and suitable, means water free and everything. Okay. Now no feeling. Yes, computer is a stupid device. It doesn't have any emotions. Okay, but nowadays computer is growing emotion because of the blessings of artificial intelligence. Okay, so people are working on commands, people are working on algorithms to give machine some feelings, some consciousness, and also some decision making capabilities. Okay, in that case those machines have some feelings. Okay, but in general sense, my mobile phone doesn't have any feelings. If I throw it, it will never cry. Okay, it may break, but it will never cry. Okay, now it cannot make judgment based feelings, taste, experience, knowledge, unlike humans. Okay, it doesn't have any knowledge, but artificial intelligence has. When we are talking about those things, machine learning things, they have feelings, they are growing feelings. Okay, but still they are stupid enough, because I think you have seen some viral videos of Sophia already. Okay, Sophia was a successful artificial intelligence machine, but still Sophia cannot react like a human does. Okay, it is still stupid like the machines. Okay, nearer to machine, is not that nearer to humans yet. Okay, so these all were about the, for today's lectures we studied about the functionalities of a computer, advantages of computers and disadvantages of computer. Okay, so one thing I want you to do is okay, so one thing I want you all to do is study about a topic that is IBM Watson. Okay, so all I have to do, you have to do is just Google this thing, IBM Watson. Okay, what is this thing, how it works, what works it does. Okay, just read random articles or see random YouTube videos or anything. Okay, but study this topic. This is your today's task. Now let me tell you few things about IBM Watson. IBM, as you know, it's a very big tech company. Okay, so this organization is working on to actually not to develop, it has already developed a computer and they have named this computer Watson. Now this computer is working based on artificial intelligence. Now they are saying that this computer has some emotions, it understands people's feelings, and now the experiments are still going on and they believe this computer can successfully detect any kind of diseases in human being. So like after 10 years you can expect that IBM Watson will do the work of the doctors. The doctor diagnoses the diseases, but after 10 years maybe it may happen that this device is doing the diagnosis of the disease of any patient. Only there will be necessary for the nurses and the other healthcare people, not the doctors. Okay, because this device is actually doing high quality data processing. It is taking data. Now for a doctor, a human being, he studies for like his entire life to learn about new diseases, learn about the symptoms and everything. But this device, okay, so this device actually have all the data within itself and it observes the patients and tells what disease the patient may have. Okay, so this is like a revolution in revolution brought by computer science to destroy the medical science. Okay, so medical science will not be actually destroyed, but you know, the doctors may lose their jobs. Okay, now the machine cannot do any surgery, but the temporary doctors, okay, they may have some troubles due to this device. So your work is this one. Okay, I'm taking a screenshot. Okay, so this is the task I want you to do. Just study a little bit about this thing.